So let's get into it, man. Standards and expectations for my guys inside of my gym or guys that I coach. I have three things that are really important to me. Okay, so number one, buy into the process. So you cannot learn if you don't buy what I'm selling. You also shouldn't be training here if you're not buying what I'm selling. The internet is a huge place. It's got all kinds of stuff on it. It's got all kinds of opinions on it. YouTube is an outstanding platform. It's where you're going to be watching this video at. You can get lots of great information out there, okay? One of the cons of YouTube is we put jiu-jitsu, we put techniques, myself included, all over the internet, and then you get students from different gyms that watch them, people that just Google moves. And it is impossible to learn any type of hands-on skill that way. It's impossible to learn jiu-jitsu that way. It can supplement your training, and it's a great supplement to it. But in order to come to any gym, any academy, and learn, you have to buy into the process that you're given. So here at Northside, I believe in teaching fundamentally sound techniques that work in all three aspects of fighting. Okay? Those three aspects being the MMA environment, the sport environment, and the street environment. Okay? If the technique does not work for those, I don't really teach it. I'll go over it occasionally. When I'm working with separate students to the side, I'll do it, but I won't teach it on a nightly basis in class. I teach fundamentally sound stuff that's worked for 100 years in all different aspects, and it's been proven to work. I build upon that good, solid foundation and improve their game over time with the goal of mastering a solid game plan, a solid way that will keep you safe and make you successful in the sport environment. Okay, so if you buy into that process and you come in, you have that mentality, you're going to do great here. If you don't buy into that process, there's nothing I can do for you. I can't make you want to learn. I can't make you put the work in. I can't do it for you, okay? So buying into the process for us, we have a little saying we like to use. We set goals, we do the work, and we get results, okay? And on the end of that is we don't accept excuses from each other. Okay, so we have a banner on the wall. It's an attendance. We all set goals this year. People are hitting those. We're putting names on the banner. It's great, man. These are people that buy into the process. Okay, they set a goal, they put the work in, and they're going to get the results that they want at the end of the year. And my job as a coach and your job as a teammate is not to accept excuses from them and hold them accountable for those goals. Okay, so number two of things that matter, number two of our standards and expectations is be a part of a team. Okay, one of the best things about jiu-jitsu is putting in this social environment with this other diverse group of students. You're going to have people that think differently, look different than you, they act different than you. We have a little kind of microculture inside the gym, this little bitty tiny society that works here. We're on this team together, okay? And we all need each other to improve. We're going to learn things from every member of this team that's out there. We have to be a part of that team. You have to buy into the idea that you can come in and get along with the other students. You can become friends with them. You can work with them. There are going to be personality types that don't get along. There's going to be body types that don't line up. Like a guy that weighs 105 pounds is rarely going to train with a guy that weighs 285 pounds. But it doesn't mean that they can't learn from each other. It doesn't mean that they can't be on the same team. And it's super important that you buy into that. You might be a superstar. You might be the best guy at the gym. But if you don't have the team around you to build you up and lead you, you won't get better and you won't improve. So you have to be a part of a team. Number three and last is set the example. Okay, I expect every student in the gym to set a good example. Setting an example is a really broad statement. Okay, so you see this in modern society. You see it constantly. We have problems with leadership setting bad examples. Okay, we have become a very selfish and very selfish society. We tend to only care about ourselves. We tend to not hold our leaders or ourselves accountable when we make excuses, make bad decisions, and just generally put a poor example out there. Okay, so we need to see a good example coming out of everybody as much as you possibly can. We all make mistakes, and being a part of a team, the team's here to hold you accountable when you make mistakes. And I could list a million guys that are out there that show these examples of just bad examples of martial arts. Okay, so we don't need that inside of here. In order to keep the drama down, keep the team together, and keep everybody on the goal that they're trying to do, which is use jiu-jitsu as a self-improvement tool, get better at jiu-jitsu as a martial art and as a combat sport. In order to do that, we have to set a great example. So I really go back to rule number 1 on the agreement video. If you haven't seen that video, roll back to the one above this and check it out. Rule number 1, always be respectful. If you come into the gym and you're respectful of all the students that are there, and you're respectful of your instructor, man, I feel like the expectation of setting a good example kind of takes care of itself. And it starts here in the gym. It starts with showing up on time. It starts with coming in, doing what's asked of you. It starts with that, but it continues outside of here. Once you put on something that has our team logo on it, once you put the Northside Jiu-Jitsu logo onto your back, whether it be a t-shirt, a gi, a sticker on your car, okay, you're now a representative of my academy, you're a representative of your team, and you're a representative of myself. Okay, and you go out there and you throw on a Northside hoodie and you go down to the local bar and get drunk and get into a bar fight. That's a horrible example for everybody that sees that. Okay, it's a horrible example for all the students if I allow that and I let you continue to come and train. So we practice what we preach here for sure. I hold myself to a very high standard as a coach, and I have very high expectations of my students, and it works for us. I feel like we've built an outstanding team believing in this philosophy. So make sure you're setting a good example out there. The last thing on that, one thing that I'm seeing develop in a lot of gyms and a lot of places, and I really, really don't like it. Okay, there's two groups of people that we really need to take care of in the gym. Okay, and to me, when you set this example from the very beginning, if you're the best guy on the mat that day, I want you to always make sure you're taking care of these two people that are there. The first person we're going to use is the newer person or the young person. So we're going to say we have a 14-year-old, 115-pound teenager that comes into the gym. Okay, and you're the man, you're the family champion, you're on the mat that day. When you meet that guy at the door with a handshake and you let him know that this is a safe environment where he can learn, and eventually one day he can, if he puts the work in and he sets that goal, he can be what you are now. Okay, he's the future of this gym. That guy one day, when you go 10 years from now and you're old and he's right in his prime, that guy's the future of this gym. That guy might own this gym one day. You never know who's walking through that door. Okay, so take care of the new and the young when they come in. Take care of those guys. Show them the good example from the very beginning. Be nice, be respectful, and help them during class. Those guys are not just cannon fodder. They're not just a piece of new, fresh meat to hit the mat like blood in the water and have the sharks attack them. So make sure we always take care of those new and young students. The next is the old and the weak. Okay, I've seen this happen at least 5 times in the last 5 years, and it's really becoming a problem in a lot of places, and I do not want this inside my gym, and it's really frustrating. But so let's say you have a 45-year-old black belt who doesn't train that hard anymore. Okay, he's been around a while, he's getting a little older. Okay, he comes into class and you're the 25-year-old, and you're in your prime, and man, you'd really love to put this guy on your mantle as somebody that you beat. I'm going to take this guy's leg home today, and I'm going to show everybody how great that I am by taking out this dude, because he's got that target on his back. Okay, that guy is responsible for helping build your gym. If you have a guy that's been around, he's been a student of a gym for 10 or 15 years. He's worked himself up through the process. There was a time when he was the new guy. There was a time when he was the family champion. He was in his prime. He was in the middle, and now he's past that. Now he's weak. He's old. He's retired. He doesn't hardly train anymore. He doesn't compete anymore. He just wants to come in and help teach, help be a part of the gym. And you come in as 25-year-old prime, and you do everything you can do to beat that dude, beat him down, and show him that you're better than him. Man, it's really sad to see this, and we should not have this happening. Make sure that you take care of the young and you take care of the old. Okay, very important to me. Make sure you remember all of these different steps in our standards and expectations. These 3 things will really help you let jiu-jitsu improve your life. I'm going to recap them real quick. Buy into the process, be a team, and set a good example. That's all I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're going to have a ton of new videos coming out very soon. I've got a special guest joining me very, very soon on here, a series of 12 videos we're doing together. So I hope you guys come back and check it out. Until then, man, I'll see you guys on the mats.